Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame, and welcome back to the Hildibrand stories and inspections and detectiving, you know. I am joined once again by the wonderful Jocat in exquisite garb. Why am I waving? That's not, it's a weird, I'm waving to camera when I'm addressing. How's it going? How are you doing, Joe?
It's going good. You're not looking too bad yourself. I see you are also donning the Eastern wear.
Oh, thank you.
Which is suiting for the lovely city of Kugane.
I threw together a glam as quick as I could, even though I know that in just a spare moment here. Actually, hang on, let me get changed. There we go, that's better. I need to be appropriately dressed, for I am now on the clock as Assistant Inspector.
Yes.
And,
my outfit was also in no small part due to an insecurity that my friends mentioned that I look sort of like a mafia goon now, and so we gotta go help Inspector Hildibrand, see? Man.
I like this. Like, if Hildibrand needed protection of any sort, we're there to provide. I feel like he's, like, way less mortal than any of us combined, though, so, like, he's fine. I'm also very happy that in the Heavensward stretch of these Hildibrand quests, for those of you who are just now joining us, Joe and I have recorded these little Hildibrand side stories for A Realm Reborn and Heavensward. We're now up to the Stormblood ones. This little Lalafell appeared inconspicuously in a little tiny stretch or two of Heavensward Hildibrand quests, and I'm really glad that Joe pointed them out because I never would have noticed them otherwise, and now here they are.
It goes even deeper, Dan. He also shows up in the A Realm Reborn in a brief little cutscene where Eleazar is looking for Hildibrand and his crew after he goes bald a second time. However, the thing is, no one can seem to agree if he was always there or they retroactively added him.
That is amazing. I love it. In both cases, that's fantastic. All right, well, let's get to know you a little better, conspicuously inconspicuous man. Yon Lalafell has a lean and hungry look. Hey, you're Eorzean, right? An adventurer, maybe? Good at killing and whatnot? I suppose so. Me? Oh, I'm no good at it. I mean, other than the occasional rat, but I've got a job for you if you're interested. So there's this Mikote girl, this incredible, beautiful, wonderful girl in this tavern, right? Come all the way from Eorzea, like you and me. So beautiful, this girl. So beautiful. But in this weird, strange place where people are bowing all the time and getting on the ground and tucking their legs under them, a young girl traveling by herself's in danger. Some bad people could trick her and take her and make her do, things. Anyway, get in there and keep her safe. I'll be watching. Hello.
Okay, then.
What a just sudden and abrupt impression you make. Jan Lalafell. Okay, where might we find this Mikote?
It'd be evil if they put her on top of the Kugane Tower and you had to beat the jumping puzzle.
That would be so mean. Oh no.
There she is.
It's great seeing you, Nashu, but you've already found one of the least trustworthy people here. Gyoto, it's good to see you again. Yes, I can be of service to you, my lady. How's it going, Nashu?
Oh, I can take him so you can not have to over-labor your voice.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you go for it.
I've seen this gentlemanly Eorzean you seek, yes, and I should be glad to take you to him if you like.
Oh, I'm so glad for the help. You're ever so kind and helpful, Mr. Talking Cat.
Catfish, to be precise. Though I care not for the Eorzean. I'm Yodo, a Namazu, and the service I provide are not free, I'm sorry to say. Nor are they cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay?
Oh, dear, I spent my last gil on the fare to Kugane. Is there any other way I can convince you to help? Hello. Corvids and Durman! Don't tell me you came all this way just to help little old me. Sort of. You see, when Inspector Hildibrand took to the skies, Again, I said, Nashu, you better not let him get away this time, and immediately began looking for ways to head as far, far east as I could. And you can't get much further east than the Far East, right? I was worried I wouldn't be able to find him, but wouldn't you know it, Gyoza, the talking Numa Numa here, says he knows where he is.
Careful, careful. This one knows our game. Escaping his wrath is going to take all our skills.
This I must see.
I say, there is no need for such menacing glares. None whatsoever. 1,000 pardons, my lady, but I have no idea you were traveling with such esteemed company. Forget everything I said regarding the fee. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a pressing engagement. Very pressing indeed.
Wait, you haven't told me where the inspector is yet. Huh? Little Gyoza was trying to swindle me. Oh, Nashu, you ought to know better than to trust a talking cat. I am glad to be back to this goofery. I have missed this good comedy.
Yeah, all this talk of storms of blood and all our fallen brothers and such can often bring you down. This is a nice levity.
Yeah, it's all been so serious and stressful lately. This is nice. Small problems. Well, large but weird and funny problems. I asked lots and lots of other people if they'd seen a gentlemanly Eorzean, but none of them were any help. Oh, Inspector Hildibrand, wherever could you be? Stuck in the ground or in the side of a building like as not. Keep an eye out for legs. Or follow his keen inspector's sense and following his keen inspector's sense and searching for a case. Probably one and then the other, if I had to guess. Yes, he does have a habit of landing head first, doesn't he? Hopefully we won't need Lord Godbert's help to pull him out again. That's it. If the inspector's always on the hunt for a case, then all we've got to do is find the biggest, juiciest one we can and wait for him to appear. Let's go and see what trouble we can turn up, huh? This way. That's actually a really good plan. Good strategy. All right, let's find us a good case. I'm never ever going to get tired of the way the Namazu squeak when they walk.
Oh, yeah. They're like living plush toys.
It's one of my favorite little audio touches in the game. It's very good. Hello.
Unsolved crimes? It so happens that a number of properties owned by wealthy merchants have been pillaged this past fortnight.
Oh.
Master Akebono's shop in the Rakuza district was most recent, as I recall, but you may be assured that the Sekisei Gumi will track down the thief in due time.
I have no doubt. Okay. Anyone else?
Now, what do you think mischief actually smells like?
The smell of mischief.
Considering Hildibrand must be very well acquainted with it.
Yeah, the smell of trouble, that's going to be more of a unpleasant sort of thing. Mischief feels like it's got to bring a little bit of sweet sour to it, just a little bit.
Ooh.
It's not, or vinegary. It's not the most pleasant, but it is not.
Yeah, it's one of those smells where it's like, that's strange, and then you take a second sniff.
Yeah, exactly. It's not immediate trouble. Oh no. There's a little bit of all right, this is not entirely unpleasant, but I probably should find out what the source is before it gets worse. Hello.
Dastardly doings and purported instances of criminal behavior? This is Kugane, my dear. We've no shortage of that here. But since you ask, the story on everyone's lips at the Bokaisen these days is that the wealthiest among us and how they are being preyed upon by some sneak thief. Perhaps they should invest in better locks.
Oh dear. Perhaps so.
Every time I see a Japanese-sounding name, I just have a brief sense of, oh god, please say this right.
Oh, trust me, I understand completely. The Japanese names I've been doing all right with, I learned a little bit of that in college, and that's fine. As soon as we headed out to the steppe, though, I was in real trouble.
Oh.
I tried. I looked up as many resources I could find on how Mongolian word and name pronunciation works, and I learned a lot, but also still failed every time. It's very difficult. I feel like this Lalafell is maybe the one we need to be keeping the closest eye on of anyone.
What's so conspicuous about staring at a, stranger and following them several continents over? Come on, Dan, have a little fun.
Crossed an ocean. All right, you got me, Mr. Samurai. But before you do anything rash like arrest or torture or chop me into tiny little bits with that sword of yours, know that I never touched her. I mean, I never even had a chance. I'm sorry. I don't have my sword on me right now. Oh, you're that Eorzean adventurer. I thought you looked familiar. Whew. For a moment there, I thought I was done for. Those Sekisegami don't mess about. I'll cut first and ask questions later, you know? No romance in their hearts. They wouldn't understand. Please explain what you're doing. Ah, so it's not just crimes, but big, incredible crimes you want to know about. Incidents the likes of which send ripples through time and space, through fate and destiny. It was 5 years ago, or maybe it was last week. I'm not so good with time lately. Anyway, there I was, walking Ulda's bustling streets when the sea parts and my eyes meet with those of a maiden most fair, and she stole my heart. It was like 2 grains of sand in the desert looking at each other, and one of those grains knowing that it was destined to spend the rest of its life with the other grain because she had this whole sultry scribe thing that made him so... Ugh. I don't know if this qualifies. Well, ever since that day, I've watched over her from afar. A silent guardian, a humble protector. Some might think me mad or call me a coward for refusing to speak with her, but they're fools. Fools, I say. True love is not the product of clumsy banter, but careful study. Years and years of observation, of obsession, until you know her better than she knows herself. This sounds healthy for everyone involved.
Derman, my God, you're a stalker.
Oh no. Perhaps when the time is right, I shall reveal myself to her, but until that blessed day, I shall aid her from the shadows, and you, my friend, will aid her in the light. I already do that. We're co-workers. Sort of. I guess they don't pay me. I do this work pro bono. Or whatever the detective equivalent is of that. Law has no place here. In whatever work it is we do, Nashu. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? Yes, not at all what we were looking for, though. A skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants, or this creepy little bastard who followed you to Kagane says he's been stalking you for 5 years.
Amazing.
All right, the top one is more relevant to your question. This is more relevant to you in general in the immediate future, I feel like.
Just come out and say it.
Huh? Oh, you're having me on. As if I wouldn't notice. Be serious now. Well.
Oh, I guess she doesn't care.
That's the no answer. Oh, there you are. Learn anything interesting? Yeah, a skilled thief seems to be targeting wealthy merchants too, I guess. A series of robberies committed by a mysterious thief? Oh, that's just the thing. Well done, Derman. Our next order of business should be to track down this Akebono and ask him about the latest incident. Good plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nice spending time in this, just another very good capital city town in this game. Excited as I am to get onto Shadowbringers and whatnot, I've really enjoyed my time in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I called dibs on this guy.
Oh, all yours. He certainly looks like a well-to-do merchant. Whoa, the facial hair. That fiend, that despicable rapscallion. The nerve of him to make mock of us. My thanks to you, Master Akebono, for all your help. I swear to you on my honor that this sneak thief shall be brought to justice forthwith. And with that, I bid you good day. Ah, so it is Akebono. Let's go and ask him about the robbery.
Well groomed.
Extremely. That's... Oh dear. Ah! That is facial hair that takes work.
Mm-hmm.
And dedication daily, I assume. Forgive me, my lady. In my haste, I did not see you. Are you all right? Shall I summon a healer? Don't worry. I've taken bigger knocks to the noggin than that. Hey, you aren't one of them samurai, are you? Shigure, at your service, my lady. You have my sincerest apologies for this incident. Much as I would like to make amends for my reckless behavior, I fear duty compels me to take my leave. A nefarious criminal is at large, and I must bring him to justice. Good luck escaping our orbit. Oh, that's all we need. Competition. Well, I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand and his faithful assistants won't lose to the likes of him. That merchant must know something important for Shigure to go running off like that. Let's find out what it is. Oh, this should be good. Greetings and salutations, Master Akebono. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector, and this is Derman, who's also got a knack for it. Thank you for including me. Can you tell us about the recent robbery?
Ah, inspectors! I heard rumors that one such as you were coming from the west.
Mwah, chef kiss, yes.
You seem an honest sort, so I will oblige your request. This very morning, one of my assistants found my establishment unlocked, and when he went inside to investigate, he discovered my most prized possessions had been stolen. To make matters worse, in their place he found this message.
You have just been robbed by the Kugane wolf burglar. Wolf burglar?
Surely you have heard of his recent exploits. Similar calling cards were found at the scene of the other robberies. And now I too have become a victim.
A series of robberies committed by a thief with a calling card? Oh, there's no way Inspector Hildibrand's going to be able to resist the lure of this case.
I thought the two of you were inspectors, but it makes no difference to me who catches the criminal. And since the Seki Segumi seems to be at a loss, you will be generously rewarded for any information that leads to the recovery of my stolen property. I wish you well in your investigation. Wah!
It is getting very Wario. I like it.
Well, of course, he's tall and purple and has a beautiful mustache.
That's true. And yeah, very more Waluigi. You're correct. Very good call and appropriate for them.
Thank you.
All we gotta do now is stick with this case and we'll be reunited with Inspector Hildibrand. I just know it. Call it my keen inspector's assistant sense. Anyway, I'm gonna try and learn more about the other robberies. If you learn anything interesting, come and find me. Will do. Oh. Nashu Maharaka is on the case. Look out, Mr. Wolf Burglar. Your days of... Oh, this is her saying it. Your days of wolf burgling are numbered. Because Inspector Hildibrand... is that a green rooster? It's Inspector Hildibrand! Hey, Inspector! Stop messing about and join us! Yeah. Oh, I've missed these little episode conclusions. Did you make a bomb dongo? You made a bomb dongo. Oh, it's been too long since I've had a chance to whip up a batch of Nashu's delights. You can be sure I'll be putting these little darlings to good use next time. Oh, bugger. Good thing I got plenty more stashed away.
How did she skewer the... Ah, never mind.
There's a lot of good questions to be asked here.
There he is.
Hey! I'm so glad to be back to this.
So, considering this and Lys giving, what's his name, a good booting, I guess we can assume that the Namazu are also indestructible.
Fairly indestructible, it seems like, but like extremely susceptible to damage and yet unkillable at the same time. A difficult combination, but they manage it.
Thus, I have come to the conclusion Hildibrand is a Namazu.
Ooh.
There's only one explanation.
That's just math. That just works out. The transitive property. All right. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but that was that quest was basically an entire patch's worth of a Hildibrand that got added in, I think in 4.1 in Stormblood. We will be back next time for the next little patch of Hildibrand's story. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time for that. Goodbye.